Hi guys, welcome to another video of MaxiAspie, and today I'll be talking about a question that I get asked a lot, which is, why are there so many late autistic diagnoses? So what I found through working with the National Autistic Society and doing many speeches is a lot of people nowadays are getting diagnosed with autism at a later age, and the question I'm always asked is, why do I think that is? And the true reason I think that is I think that awareness and understanding, or more awareness is out there, a lot more awareness is out there, and yeah, to a degree understanding is as well. If you compare it to say 50 years ago or maybe 60 years ago, the understanding has massively gone up. We've gone from a time of where they thought if you had autism, it meant that your mum was a bad parent. We've gone through the stages of autistic children, being locked in cages and being sectioned, and not to say that doesn't happen now, because sadly it does, especially the people getting sectioned. I think from there to now we've still made massive progress, to the point where we have got an Autism Act in now. The government are now taking account of the numbers of how many autistic people are in the workplace. So I feel like we're always moving to one step in the right direction. But I feel that the reason that people are getting more diagnosed now is because people are beginning to learn more things about themselves. There's a lot more about it on media and outlets. I still think that needs to massively go up. But I think that is the reason why, is people are being more accepting of themselves, because I think even 60 years ago, if someone even felt that they was autistic, or quote unquote if something was wrong with them, they probably wasn't confident enough to address that, or go to a doctor and say this and say that, just because of the stigma and everything else around it. As now in life, as they've got to 40, maybe 50, maybe 60, they finally accept that they could have a condition, they could be autistic, so I think people are more accepting, but also I think the world around us has become more accepting, and rightly so. People, I feel bad because people have probably spent a long time in their lives thinking, what is wrong with me, why do I feel like this, why do I act like this? And this is why I think having a diagnosis is valuable, because it does give you that sense of acceptance. You know where you stand, you know why you act like this, you know why you feel like this, you know why walking on sand makes you feel a certain way, or processing information and not totally getting the information right. To go that many years without a diagnosis, to finally understand why that might have been the case, which is why I think it can make a huge difference on someone's life. So to answer the question, why is there so many late diagnoses? I think because people are more accepting. I think the awareness and understanding has definitely gone up since 60 years ago. And I think as well that even though it is hard to get a diagnosis, I think people are pushing more and more, especially for the diagnoses to be quicker. And that's something that we've always wanted to push for, because by the time you have the diagnosis and you need the help, you're still not in time for it, and in some cases you still don't get it when you get the diagnosis. But I think those are the reasons why we're getting so many late diagnoses, because of the awareness that is getting spread out there, and people that can resonate with it and really go, oh God, I feel like that, or I do that, I think is really key as to why there are so many late diagnoses. The stigma around women and girls about not getting autism has massively changed, to the point where it's like, actually no, women can be autistic, but because of the stigma, there was many people that wasn't. So I think because of even that stigma breaking down and being shown that actually it's not the case, that leads to more diagnosis in women and girls as well. So I really do. I think the biggest point of late diagnosis is the understanding and the awareness, and I think that's forever changing. And also, let's not forget, it's also the time it takes to get a diagnosis as well. And some people may just think, you know what, It's not even worth trying to do because of how long it takes, and that's the other risk that we have. So I think, to sum it up, it is because the understanding and awareness is going up, and it's because we want to make that change. We want to spread that message out there that actually it's important, so important to have a diagnosis, because if anything it gives you that acceptance and that reason as to why, or the questions that you've asked in your life as to why you act or behave a certain way. It gives you that answer, and I think that's what is really important about a diagnosis. And I also believe that's why late ones are happening more, because people want those answers. People want the answers to their questions, and because the stigma and the stereotypes are still there, but not to the degree that it was. I think people now feel comfortable to go out and get those answers. But guys, tell me what you think down below. And guys, as always, thank you for watching. It means a lot to me. Feel free to subscribe, it always helps. And guys, thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye for now.